LeBron James, a shot at history, and there it is! LeBron stands alone!
Oh, man. You guys done took it too far with LeBron, man. So I want to break this down quickly. It's yours truly, the one and only Hoots FERRO. So I am a Kobe Bryant stan. Everybody knows that. I've been a Kobe Bryant fanatic since I was 5. Being a Los Angeles Lakers fan, as well as a Kobe fan, I've been able to kind of remove myself over the last 5-7 years and watch a really bad Lakers team get really good once we got LeBron and AD quickly, by the way. And it's kind of interesting to kind of be in the middle here as a Laker fan that I appreciate LeBron. I'm not one of these Laker fans that hate that we got LeBron James. I think it's ridiculous. Now, would I have liked LeBron to be more healthy as a Laker? Yes, I would have liked that. Yes. But I see a little bit too much on LeBron. Not too much on LeBron. All right? There's a little too much on LeBron right now. The conversation of LeBron James and clutch buckets throughout his career got brought up on my Instagram account. If you're not following me on IG, it's at Hoots FERRO. It's a great account to follow. You should be following that account, all right? Now, look, there are two things at play here. LeBron James is clutch, all right? I don't know if you know that or not. He's just not as clutch as some of the other great clutch players we've seen. Just because I don't think LeBron's anywhere near as clutch as a guy like Michael Jordan, you might have heard of him, a guy like Kobe Bryant, you maybe heard of him. I mean, there are other guys out there that can step up and make clutch buckets that I would want with the basketball more than LeBron. Kyrie's one of them. He's a guy that, I'm talking about just a shot maker late in games. Kevin Durant's another one. These are all guys that are capable of making big-time shots. We have other guys in the league, the Luka Doncic's of the world, the LeBron Jameses of the world, that will make any big-time shot. They just miss a lot. They pass out of some of these shots as well. So I think two things are at play. Yes, LeBron is clutch, but no, he's not as clutch as some of those other greats. But for everybody out there that's arguing to me on Instagram that LeBron James is not a clutch player, I got a few moments that maybe might change your mind. Some of LeBron James' clutchest moments of his career, narrated by yours truly, the one and only. A young LeBron makes the playoffs for the first time. We're in Washington, D.C. The Wizards, led by Gilbert Arenas at the time, taking on LeBron and the Cavs. It's game 3. It's LeBron with the go-ahead double clutch bucket to put the Cavaliers up a point. Check it out one more again. Chest to chest, man to man is what you put in the gym versus what LeBron did. And even in his 3rd season, I always like the Kings' chances. This deuce put the Cavaliers up 2-1 in this series. And LeBron won down with Washington. Same series, game 5. Cavaliers now tied at 2 with the Wizards. Who you gonna call on when you need a bucket down a point with 3.6 to go? The Cavaliers called on the King, and the King delivers off the baseline. It's LeBron being double-teamed, counted triple-teamed. It's the King making a play for the Cavaliers. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a game winner by LeBron James. The Cleveland Cavaliers would take the 3-2 series lead and go on to win that series. In this game, LeBron James had 45 points. He played nearly 47 minutes. LeBron wins it over Gilbert Arenas and the Washington Wizards. The next year, LeBron James puts an end to the Detroit Pistons regime. The King would score 25 straight points in Game 5, including this juice to give the Cavaliers the 109-107 lead in double OT. LeBron James goes for 48 big points to give the Cavaliers the 3-2 series lead over the Pistons. They go on to win that series, and Detroit was never the same again. Couple years later, it's 2009, January to be exact, LeBron James and the Cavaliers in Golden State to take on Ronnie Turioff and the Warriors putting Turioff on LeBron was a mistake because the King said so. He wins it at the buzzer for Cleveland. LeBron James with the pull-up jump shot to send the Warriors to an L. Corey Maggette can't believe it. Neither can Monte Ellis. But guess who can believe it? The Believers. Because the King put in work. Same season, playoff time, Eastern Conference Finals. Cavaliers blow game 1. LeBron said, you're not going to blow game 2 against the Orlando Magic. LeBron James with the game-winning three-pointer at the buzzer. What a shot from LeBron. If you miss, you lose. If you make, you take. Game 2, LeBron would even that series up at 1. Cavs lose that series, though. LeBron would take his talents down to South Beach to join up with D. Wade and Chris Bosh, and this would be his first big bucket as a Miami Heat. Second round of the playoffs, Miami trying to put Boston and their regime away for good. It's the King with the dagger three-pointer. The Boston Celtics would never be the same. How much so? A couple years later, LeBron's now an NBA champion. Ray Allen's now on his team in Boston, taking on a different version of those Celtics. With Ray Allen to his left, he doesn't need him. It's LeBron pulling up, knocking down the big-time jump shot as the Miami Heat are gearing up to defend their crown. It's LeBron bringing out the silencer to take out the Boston Celtics, who were trying their best at the time to show a little bit of fight and a little bit of resiliency. But LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh were just too much for Boston. They weren't the only team to get that smoke from Miami in 2013. Eastern Conference Finals Game 1. Pacers up by 1. LeBron gets to step on Paul George and wins it at the buzzer with a layup. PG tries to cheat the King and pays miserably. It's LeBron giving Miami the 1-game-to-zip series lead. They'd win that series, get to the finals to defend their crown against the San Antonio Spurs. LeBron being guarded by Kawhi Leonard. It's Game 7. The Heat are up 2, looking to put away their second straight championship. It's LeBron burying San Antonio to win his second straight championship, his second straight finals MVP. The Miami Heat run would continue. We're in 2014 now. Heat taking on the Warriors again. I told you LeBron had more smoke for Golden State. Miami's down 2. LeBron's got the rock, and that's game, ladies and gentlemen. LeBron expanding his range this time in Oakland. The game-winning three-pointer by LeBron James to beat Golden State. They can't do nothing with a 1/10 of a second to go. At the time, this is a young Warriors team on the rise. Iguodala, Steph, and Clay trying to find their way. Not on LeBron's watch at the time. One of his last big shots in that Miami Heat uniform, because as you know, after this season, LeBron will go back home to Cleveland. They're in the playoffs, semifinals against a really good Derrick Rose Chicago Bulls team, and it's LeBron responding to Derrick Rose, who had hit a buzzer beater in the previous game. This time around, it's LeBron beating the Bulls at the buzzer with a game-winning three-pointer. Speaking of buzzer beaters, LeBron would win that championship in Cleveland. Now we're in 2017. LeBron and the Cavs taking on the Wizards. What is this shot? LeBron going glass, going out of bounds. It's LeBron James with an unreal three-pointer to tie this game up at 120. Nobody in DC could believe what their eyes just saw. LeBron James fading away, drilling the Wizards. The Cavs would win this game in OT. Let's go forward another year. It's LeBron, and at the time, a Cleveland Cavalier team trying to find their way. They're at home against Minnesota. LeBron gets a look with Jimmy Butler guarding them. It's not good enough because the King is just better. LeBron James with the game-winning bucket to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Cavs at the time were going through a lot of changes, trying to find their way. Mid-season, LeBron was obviously the catalyst of that. The Cavaliers would go forward to make the playoffs. In the first round against the Indiana Pacers, it's LeBron James burying Indiana with a game-winning three-pointer to give Cleveland at the time the 3-2 series lead. Unreal run from LeBron James in the 2018 playoffs. If you know, you know. LeBron James not going to the rim this time around. It's LeBron doing what they say he can't do. LeBron nailing the three-pointer. Remember this year, a lot of people thought the Pacers were going to beat the Cavs in the first round. LeBron put the team on his back and said, I'm like that. And that wasn't his lone buzzer beater. In this same postseason, LeBron, now in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, his Cavaliers taking on the Raptors. We're tied at 103. LeBron's got the rock, and he's not passing it. Going left, using his right. LeBron calls game going glass to beat the Toronto Raptors as Cleveland takes a 3-0 series lead. Cleveland, this is for you. LeBron with a really good defender and OG Anunoby on him. Who cares? Chest to chest, man to man, I'm taking the work of LeBron James over anybody. Fast forward a couple years, LeBron would now win a championship in the bubble with LA. They're trying to defend their crown. They're in the play-in against Steph Curry and the Warriors. And how about that shot from LeBron? And his latest great shot.
LeBron James, a shot at history. And there it is! LeBron stands alone!
Technically not a buzzer beater, but it had the impact of one. This jump shot by LeBron James against the Oklahoma City Thunder makes LeBron James the NBA's all-time scoring leader. Family watching, mommy, wifey, the kids watch LeBron James break a record that he admittedly didn't even try to break. LeBron James, your NBA's all-time leading scorer, in large part because he's made some really great shots in his career. I don't know what to tell you, man. If you don't think LeBron's clutch based on what I just showed you, you'll never think he's a clutch player. And by the way, I will tell you this. There is a level of trust that I had when Kobe had the rock late in games that I don't have with LeBron. But again, we're comparing him to two of the cold-bloodedest of killers of all time in Kobe and Mike. No, LeBron's not as clutch as those guys. But Mike and Kobe are nowhere near as strong as LeBron in the painted area. They don't dunk as explosive as LeBron still can get up, by the way. At this point in their careers, Mike and Kobe were mostly finesse finishers. Come on now. Yes, this is one of the things that LeBron doesn't have, and he's not in the realm of the clutches of clutches all time. But all things considered, he's still a really clutch player. There's a lot of guys that have played this game, and just because you're not of the top 5 clutch players all time doesn't mean you're not considered a clutch player. Y'all let me know. This is a great conversation. I love to have it on my platform. Do you look at LeBron James as a clutch player? Let me rephrase that question. Do you look at LeBron as a clutch player if you remove guys like Kobe and Mike from the conversation? Because if you're going to do the Kobe and Mike game, you're never going to think LeBron's clutch. But removing those two unreal, cold-blooded killers from the convo, do you then, after seeing some of these great highlights from LeBron James in his career where he stepped up when his teams have needed him the most, you look at the longevity of his career and how long his teams have needed him to step up in the most from the beginning of his career to the end of his career, do you look at LeBron James as a clutch player? Talk to me. Comment section below. If you made it this point in the video, you're probably either bored or got too much time on your hands, or you just love your boy, and I thank you for it, all right? It's the time, love, and support with your boy. Would never take for granted. Salute. I'm out.